What's up, guys, and welcome to class. How y'all feeling, y'all? How y'all feeling? We outside today, and we got a all-important topic, guys, because these women still don't want to be honest in which the circumstances that they had these children in. And this is why these lies get created, you know what I mean? The fact that they don't want to be honest with themselves, they ain't finna be honest with nobody else. Remember, if a person not honest with themselves, they not honest with anybody else. It's gonna be impossible. It's gonna be impossible.
I need a moment with the single mamas who not scared to talk about the shit that need to be talked about. Now, because I'm struggling bad. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know if anybody, listen, when we be telling y'all don't have kids, we not just saying it. It's not funny. Do you hear me? The way I have to keep cleaning up my house, the entire house, not just one room. People be like, oh, this what you do. You do this, you do this. It don't happen in my household with my kids. First of all, I'm struggling mentally this week. And I know I am because I've been eating junk food and fast food all week. And I don't do that anymore. Last year I was on anxiety meds, but as much as they got rid of the anxiety, but I had no motivation. So I felt like, I need to get off this because I'm not being a good mama. But now I have anxiety and I'm not a good mama. I'm struggling, y'all. And it's like, you can't talk about this shit because it's like, oh, you had them kids, you need to deal with it. That's not how shit should be. You understand what I'm saying? My oldest, puberty is wearing me out, y'all. It's wearing me the fuck out. I just, every day is something stupid from school, and he's so smart. That boy is so fucking smart, has so much potential. And then I feel bad because, like, if he had a good functioning dad, it wouldn't be like this, but it's me. So I feel like I'm fucking my son up. Like, seriously, all the potential in the world, I don't want it to be wasted because it took me this long to realize what I was doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I keep having to start over. I just don't want my kids to suffer from that. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, they said she wasn't going to walk or talk. The sassiest little girl you ever meet. I'm like, I done made so many mistakes as a woman. I just don't want her to go through what I've gone through. But you pass your pain down to your kids, right? My baby is running me up a wall every day. And you know what's bad? I have to say this. If you're a black man watching this, I want you to understand. Just because you're a good daddy don't mean you're a good man.
Motherfucker, what?
I know a lot of y'all just got confused off of that, but you're not a good man if you treat your baby mama like shit. Like literally. Because you created a fantasy in your head to be a victim. So now you got to really treat her like she's a villain, or nobody's going to believe the lie you're going around telling. Like, I feel like we just need to have a come to Jesus moment, because I feel like everybody always coming over here to me, asking me for advice. Bitch, I be going through it, like really going through it. Like, I'm having a fucking breakdown because of how my house looks right now when I just cleaned my entire house this weekend. It took my kids less than 3 hours to fuck the whole house up. And y'all probably like, why are you crying over the house? Look at your house right fucking now. If you don't have kids, look at your house right now. If you put a spoon on your dresser beside a blue piece of paper, when you wake up in the morning, that spoon is going to be right there by that blue piece of paper. I ain't got no goddamn spoons. I don't know what the hell done happened to my spoons.
Guys, don't take no advice from women like her. And it be like this. Remember, we did the video yesterday where I told you be careful where you get your information from, because people put on a facade. People pretend very well. People pretend like their life is peaches and cream very well. And she said something about the spoons and forks. Don't worry, man. Kids are gonna be kids. That's what happened. I got a little one now. You know what I mean? And I can't find my spoons and forks either. It's like they throw them away. That's what kids do.
I love my kids. But every time I had a child, a piece of my mental health went out the window. And I did not manage my right, because it's like with each father, they got a little better, right? But I got to come back to that third one, because it's some shit when a woman says, I'd rather you be a deadbeat and I be raising this child by myself than to have to fucking deal with you.
Ain't even finna tear that lady down, y'all. But you see it. She just afraid to be honest with herself. She ain't do the work on herself. Now she mentioned something about 3 baby fathers, and she wanted to highlight the 3rd one because he was the worst. That shows you her level of growth and her level of self-care that she put in on herself. You see what I mean? A lot of these women, they don't do no work on themselves. So they get out of one relationship and they get right into another one, and the same things occur because it's them, but they refuse to believe that it's them. You see, these women, all they do is analyze the last man that they dealt with, and then they put all of that information and intel that they received and analyzed from that dude, and they try to go and attach it to the next dude. And see, if you're not working on yourself, if you're not developing some traits that's going to grow you, you're gonna be on repeat. You're gonna be rinse and repeat, ladies. Ladies.
I think it's time for me to get back on anxiety meds. I'm going to change my therapist because the one I got is too much. It's too many ums and too many silent spaces. Like, did you get your degree, DeVry? Because I don't like how to right now. I don't even mean to lash out at that lady, but I just missed my first therapist, y'all. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to record this episode for my podcast. I'm going to drink a glass of wine. I'm going to put on some Ari Lennox. I'm going to clean my house up again. Get maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Wake up, take my kids to school.
That's your problem.
And try not to think the thoughts that I think every day that would take me away from my kids.
Man, in my Boosie voice, it is a fact that in order for a kid to be born, it is up to the woman, right? Okay, so for a lot of y'all females that's mothers, you have to be honest with yourself that the situation I'm in as far as being a parent, it was my choice more than it was the man's choice, right? Y'all follow me so far? Anybody that's a mother, it was more of your choice than it was the nigga that you laid down with and got pregnant from. Anybody not on point with that point? Okay, cool. So now, y'all, when I talk about co-parenting, I always talk about being honest about the situation in which your kids or child was born from, right? And when I talk about this, especially when I'm speaking to women on one-on-ones and Zooms, I always ask y'all to go back and be honest with yourself about why you made that ultimate decision. So some of y'all, you ran by religion. And because of your religious beliefs, you make the decision, or you feel like you don't have a choice but to have the child, right? And you leave out the part of the religion that oftentimes specifies the choices up until you got pregnant. But nonetheless, you say religion is your reason and why you had your baby. For others, you listen to the persuasion of the other parent or the family members around you. They convince you, they peer pressure you, they talk you into having the child, right? Y'all follow me so far? I'm just going through the different situations. Yes, it's because it's your body, it's because it's your mind, it's because you have the freedom to believe whatever religious beliefs you want. Lakeisha, girl, you've been on my page all day talk about domestic violence. That's not what I'm talking about. So don't type that no more on my page. Don't type that no more. Shit. All right, now back to what I'm saying. So some of y'all, you made a decision based on religion. Some of y'all, you made a decision based on family and peer pressures and the people around you. It's your child, your choice is what I'm getting at, right? And then there is those of y'all that you made the decision to keep your child for attention. I'm going to say that again. Some people kept their kids based on their religious beliefs. Some people kept or made the decision to have a child based on the persuasion and the communication and the conversation from family members, friends, the community, people around you, that mental pressure. And then there are those of y'all that based on whatever toxic situation, whatever points you were trying to prove, whatever ego, whatever self-esteem issues you were having, you made a decision to have a child based on attention. For those of y'all that fall in that category, and I know for a lot of y'all, you might try to switch over to the religious category because you don't want to be who I'm talking about in this live, but don't flip-flop now, right? Don't flip-flop now. For those of y'all that you can be grown and you can honestly admit that you had your child based on attention. And some of y'all, you might not want to admit it, so I'm going to tell you what it looks like, right? You in these situations where you knowing you and the nigga is not in no mature, healthy relationship, but you know y'all fucking unprotected, you end up pregnant. There are other females involved, and to not look like the weak bitch or the one that lost, you keep the baby. Some of y'all in situations where the nigga got another lady or somebody he was, you know, messing with. Maybe you knew about it, maybe you didn't. But once you got pregnant, you realize that like there is, you know, some other woman or some other situation that has this nigga in a space where he wants to deny your baby or act like he wasn't the one that got you pregnant or act like, you know, you might be lying about paternity. So for the attention to prove points, you decide to keep the baby and have it so you can prove this nigga wrong. Y'all follow where I'm going? Some of y'all, you in a space where you are going through, you know, self-esteem issues, depressed, you know, maybe you're not where you want to be financially. And the idea of having another baby or having a baby is going to get you attention that puts you in the spotlight that you need for your mental right now. So you have a baby because, and some of y'all, you might think this is absurd, but this goes on a lot, especially in low income communities where people have babies just to get the attention from the baby showers and to be able to get additional assistance that they're not able to provide for themselves. Like you get kids that they pretty much, you know, getting up in age and you have another baby because you need to continue to get welfare, housing, food stamps. You need that additional attention. The attention, I'm sorry. Anybody not understand what I'm explaining? About making the decision to bring a child into the world based on attention. Anybody not understand what I'm explaining? Because I can give you more scenarios on what this looks like. Some of y'all, you only get attention from your friends, family members, the people you fucking with. You only get genuine concern and care when you're pregnant. So we see you getting pregnant often or making decisions to keep a kid because you feel like you matter once you do. Y'all understand what I'm explaining? This is what the fuck is going on with a lot of people.